that time again. Time for a new video. Actually, it's time for a nooner. What time do we do a nooner? Well, we do it at noon time. Hello everyone, it's me, the Junkman, coming back at you with another video. And what are we gonna talk about today? Well, it's a little short video. I don't really have a lot of information, but I just wanted to share the pictures out there. I put some of these up on social media yesterday, but I figured the YouTube guys wanted to see it also. You that don't follow me on social media. Why you don't follow me on social media? I'll never understand. I mean, it's a lot of fun seeing me on social media, but some just want to see me on YouTube. And there is a special Yoda one that I didn't even share on social media. You get to see it here first, unless you've seen it somewhere else where I got the picture. But from my end, I'm going to show it here. Now, about a couple months back, well, I think it's been about a year ago now, I did it. Sorry about that. About a year ago, I did a video where Playmates met with Lucasfilm to show them a plan they had for Star Wars meets Ninja Turtle figures. This was the early 90s when no one had the rights to Star Wars yet, and Lucasfilm was starting to talk to other toy companies. I did a whole video also about the pitch meeting, so I'll link to both of these videos at the very end up in the corners. So you want to check on both out so you can learn more about how Hasbro got the license from Lucasfilm. But in short, they had a good relationship with Kenner, who Hasbro now owned. And even if the other toys did pitch what they could do with Star Wars, Lucasfilm kind of knew they were going to go with Hasbro / Kenner. But I did a whole video of the mix up they did where they want to do Star Wars mixed with Ninja Turtles. I don't know. Playmates in the 90s, maybe they still do. They wanted to mix everything. Remember, they did Ninja Turtles and Star Trek figures. I don't know. But they pitched Star Wars, and we heard they pitched Star Wars, but we never really seen what they pitched. And I just always assumed it was probably concept art, because most of the Ninja Turtle Star Wars stuff was concept art. It's just, you know, it's easier to present concept art. I can't believe how many times I just did concept art. But no, they're actually some prototypes. Now, I don't know how many, but we know at least 2 of them now, Luke Skywalker and Yoda. So let's not waste any more of your time. Let's look at the Luke Skywalker prototype. Okay, here we go. Luke Skywalker looks like he's in some kind of X-Wing outfit, I guess. He's got, I don't know what the blue is. I don't know about making action figures, but there you go. The face doesn't look, I guess it looks a little like Luke. I don't know if the face is right. Now, these aren't painted, so it's kind of really hard to tell. I like the outfit, and I'm guessing these were going to be about the size of the Playmate Star Trek figures. It looks like they're in the same scale of those. Not too crazy about the hands. It doesn't look like it moves at the wrist, so it looks like a weird pose you'd always have to have it in. I'm guessing the lightsaber comes out, but overall, it doesn't look bad. Let's check out some more angles, as you can see here. I wish these were colored, get a little bit more detail and look to them. But they look good. You got to remember, this is the 90s. What did Hasbro pitch and what did Hasbro give us? Bulky Star Wars figures. Now, I'm going to be honest, in the 90s and early 2000s, I really loved Hasbro, although I wasn't a fan of their bulky stuff. I did like what they were doing. You know, the bulky wasn't that bad when it first came out, and then they quickly, you know, by Series 3 started getting rid of that. So, but I would have been interested to see what Playmates did. Also, in the 90s, I was a huge fan of the Star Trek Playmate figures. I've heard some people say that the Playmate Star Trek figures were bad. What? How is the Playmate Star Trek figures bad? I think they're great. The likeness and everything about that line is great. I mean, there's some flaws in every toy line I can see here nitpick, but that's a great looking line. But you can see there's Luke Skywalker, and what we would have gotten. I would have loved to see these in some kind of color. If I had skills, maybe I would color the picture myself, just kind of get a basic look at how to do it. But I don't have any skills, unless it's talking toys and pop culture from the 80s and 70s and stuff on YouTube. I guess that's the only talent I got. If some would even argue that's not even talent. But that's a look at Luke Skywalker, but we're not done yet. We got another prototype released of Yoda. That's right, they pitched Yoda, the Jedi Master himself. Of course, this will be a little smaller than the Luke one because it's Yoda. Yoda is smaller. Did you know that Yoda is smaller than Luke Skywalker? You learn something new every day here. So let's pull up the Yoda prototype. To me, this is a very good looking Yoda. I really like this one here. Of course, it's bronze and they haven't added the color yet. But I think this Yoda might have looked better than the one Hasbro did. Here's the one that Hasbro did in the 90s, the first one they did, which isn't a bad looking Yoda. I'm glad it wasn't all bulky and they gave him too much muscles. That would have been crazy. But there's Yoda. I think that would have looked a great looking figure right there if you ask me. Now, if you don't know, Yoda is the Jedi Master. He trained Luke Skywalker and Empire. You know what he did. I'm just trying to stall time so you can look at these pictures. I've got to talk about something when I show these pictures. There really is not much to say here. I mean, it looks good. It looks like he might be missing a finger, but I guess it fell off over time or something. I'm not really sure, but man, it looks like a nice looking Yoda. I just want to rub the back of his head. I want to say, hey there, little Yoda, how are you doing? But that's it right there. That's Yoda and Luke Skywalker. What Playmates pitched to Lucasfilm in the 90s. It's just, think about it. We could have had a whole different 90s. And who knows, Playmate could have kept on doing Star Wars. And honestly, I kind of wish Hasbro now would lose the license. It seems like they take Star Wars for granted. They've done about all they can do about it. It would be nice to see Star Wars when it comes to the action figure line, to maybe at least for a while go to some other company. Share Star Wars. Let's see what Playmates would do with it. Let's see what Hasbro. Let's see what Mattel would do with it. Let's see what Remco would do with it. I mean, let's just see whoever wants to do it. Maybe McFarlane. Just let someone else get out there and tinker with Star Wars for a while, because honestly, Hasbro probably feels like we got the Star Wars rights. We ain't gonna lose it. Just those. Let's get a mold we already got, repaint it, throw it out there. Give them some more clone troopers. They'll buy clone troopers, just paint them different. Anyway, I'm going to sit here and start rambling about Hasbro. But tell me what you think. Would you like, man, I wish now that Playmates got the rights in the 90s. In the 80s, we were happy to see that Kenner logo back and everything. Although it wasn't really Kenner. It was Hasbro using Kenner's name. You put the word Kenner on a piece of dog shit, it's still not Kenner, but I guess that's a little harsh. Hasbro was good in the 90s. I just don't know. I just can't get that. The retro line. Everybody loves the retro line. That's what they do. Like one series a year. Yeah, okay, I'm getting on a rant here. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you. Let me know what you think about these prototypes of Yoda and Luke Skywalker. If you and how you feel about, maybe you're like, man, I'm glad Playmates didn't do this. This is horrible. Maybe you didn't like the Star Trek ones. You think these are horrible. I don't know, but let me know that and more in the comments below. And until the next video, we'll talk again.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.